Okay, this is just a quick video about MIDI mapping for tempo. So when you go into the MIDI map mode, MIDI assign mode, by selecting the MIDI button in the top right corner here, two things happen. One, you're able to select any of the parameters on screen and assign them to a MIDI controller. But what also happens is that you get in the window to the left here an explanation of the various MIDI mappings that you've made. And if you expand this window, as I've just done, you can see also some variables here where you can set the minimum and maximum values for that parameter. For the example, for this question, as I have done here with my Deck A mixer track volumes, actually I haven't done them here, but the default maximum is 6 decibels. If I set those to 0, then once I go back out of MIDI mode and move my volume controllers, they won't go above 0, as you can see there on Deck A and Deck B. As regards to mapping the tempo, the best way I've found to do this is to select the major component of the tempo. It's actually discrete from the subdecimal area. Assign that to a fader usually, so that you have some way of controlling the broader range of the tempo. But then what I also find helps is to set the subdecimal component of the tempo to an endless encoder, usually a rotary, because this enables you to fine-tune your BPM within the range of the larger number. If I disable the MIDI mode now, you can see quite clearly that with the fader I can very quickly go from 999 BPM all the way down to 20, and with the smaller rotary encoder I can move up and down from that number over 2 or 3 BPM, which is just about enough really to enable you to tweak a mix into time. What you might find useful, particularly with the tempo range being so broad, is to go into the MIDI mappings and set the tempo range on the master fader to something that's within the remit of the set you're planning to play. So in this example, perhaps 100 to 140 BPM. That way when I leave MIDI map mode, my master fader will only scan from 100 BPM to 140, and I still have the ability to fine-tune that control using the rotary. Okay, fantastic.